everybody, and welcome back to SWRG Real Estate Tips. And I'm Shelly Walters with the Shelly Walters Realty Group. Just wanted to give you some more information today. One of the things, we do have technical difficulties with my board right now, so we can't do the exact stats, but I do want to let you know where we are in today's market. The system is down, but we do know that the market is going very well. Still a great market, seller's market, and it's a great market for buyers as well. So if you're looking for a house, just want to let you know that interest rates have gone up a little bit, but you can still find a great house since inventory is up. And for you sellers, we do have longer days on market, understand that, but nothing like we used to have 2-3 years ago. So you may be looking at 30 days on market for your house to sell, but that's okay. So don't panic, don't start doing price drops. Do talk to your realtor about feedback that you're getting and see if there's any comments that you can fix or anything from the feedback that you've had. So those are kind of the real quick stats for this week. One of the things I want to talk about again, we've been talking about builders. Builder incentives are getting very good. So if you're thinking of building, make sure you reach out to your agent and find out what those incentives are out there. You may not be able to hear about all of them. We are on all kinds of email lists, so we get updated constantly. There's currently a builder offering $15,000 off the sale price and or buying 5 points down on the interest rate. Those are excellent opportunities for you as a new build. So if you're interested in doing a new build, reach out to your realtor, reach out to us. We'd be glad to get you information on what is available to you, because we know the interest rates are kind of scaring people away, but the builders are doing a lot to try to give incentives for you as a buyer to make sure that you're comfortable with the price point and get that house built. So I want to try and change directions a little bit. Last night I was at dinner and I overheard somebody who's taking a real estate class here in Indianapolis. So I wanted to reach out to some of you that may be thinking about actually getting your realtor license. So if you're getting a real estate license or thinking about it, currently in class, I highly recommend that you reach out to a real estate agent currently in the business, maybe somebody that's been in the business a couple of years, so you can hear different points of view, maybe what brokerages would be good or bad for you, information on how brokerages work. Because one of the sad things I overheard from her talking about was her misunderstanding about the brokerage commission cut. So she was told that she would be paying a certain dollar amount every year if she wanted to join that brokerage. Well, the dollar amounts are based on the commission that you make. So if you're not selling, you don't make enough money to pay that amount. So I'm just going to pick an arbitrary number. If she was told $20,000 a year would be what she would have to pay, that's the cap amount. That's how much she would pay, up to $20,000. Well, that's based on her sales. Her concern was that she was going to pay $20,000 no matter what. But that $20,000 is based on the commission that is your cut. So let's just say you have a 5% commission per sale. So that 5% is going towards that $20,000. If you don't sell enough, you don't write them a check for $20,000. So that was a strong concern for her. She didn't understand that process. So there's so many things you might be hearing, and believe me, I know there's a lot of stuff thrown at you when you're trying to get your license, that maybe it's just going in one ear and out the other, and you're trying to figure it all out, where you should go, how you should do it, what's the best opportunity. I highly recommend reach out. I'd be glad to talk to you or anybody you know that has a real estate license that's currently in the business, so you can understand what's going to be the best process for you. So going to the school is one thing, taking that test is another thing, and it could be a difficult journey. So be sure and reach out to people that you know you can trust, so get your best information. And like I said, I'd be glad to answer any questions you might have. So if you are thinking about getting a real estate license, it's kind of like interviewing a seller or a buyer, interviewing an agent. There's questions you should be interviewing as well. So if you're looking for a broker, what are some of the questions you might want to ask to make sure it's going to be a good fit for you? First thing is where their location is. You do not want to be in a place where you're not going to understand the market, know the market. So if you live in an area and you know that area very well, look for a brokerage that has a brokerage there. A lot of brokerages also are, we work from your home. So just know that you need a brokerage that will be able to help you in the area you want to sell. The other question might be is, of course, what is their breakdown in fees for you so that you can actually afford to be an agent there. They are based on commission. So if you have a commission split of 10% going to the brokerage or 5% going to the brokerage, There are all kinds of plans out there for different brokerages, and those would be one thing you would want to look into. Also, there's a lot of brokerages that you could go that are smaller, larger, if you're interested in that. Do you want to have continuing education? If you want to make sure that if you're new, that you have a lot of support and that you'll have education and people around you that are going to be able to help you. So they're not all made the same. Every brokerage is different. Some brokerages are very small and they don't have a lot they can offer to you. And then there's a lot of them, that are still out there that are very large, and maybe that's too big for you and they just kind of think you can go out on your own. Another opportunity you might want to think about is actually joining a team. So we are a team. We're a team of agents that work together. And if you don't understand that concept, it might be something that you'd want to look into as well. Because if you join a team, obviously you have a team leader who's going to be there to mentor you and help you and get you through the process, hand you leads to get you started, be there during the process to help you answer questions as you get offers, as you go through the process of inspections. Through your first couple of years, you would have somebody there to help you, and you would also have the entire team to help you as well if you had to have help with showings. So team process might be something you'd want to look into. That's a great opportunity to learn and be mentored through the process, because you do not want to just jump out there and start selling houses. You can't do it. You can't help your clients if you do that. You really need to have continuing education as you go through the process day by day, because never ever is a deal the same, and you'll always wonder, well, I didn't learn that in school. And I just want to tell you real quick, everything you learn in school is about 5% of what you'll really need to know once you're out there. So be sure to reach out to anybody. We would be glad to help you. If you have any questions about getting a real estate license, we know a lot about different brokerages here, but in the end, you really need to go and interview with them. And then if you don't understand, ask them 3 or 4 times what they're trying to say to you about your costs. Put them down on a spreadsheet and see what's going to be best for you. So one of the things I was talking about is, maybe one of the opportunities you could look into would be joining a team. Why you would be on a team versus why you would be an individual agent. So if you're an individual agent, you're obviously all alone, all by yourself, only relying on the brokerage to be there for you, and that would be something that's definitely workable. When I first started, I was with a large brokerage. I sat myself right by the printer and I listened to everybody as they came in and talked about their deals and what was going on, and I asked tons of questions, and I continued to just take every class that's possible to take out there. MyBoard offers a bunch of classes, so there's different ways to do it. A team process, like I said, you would have a lot of help with your team leader and other people on your team, so you have a little close-knit family that would help you throughout everything. But everything else, if you're an individual agent, you can do that as well. It's not something that I don't recommend. If you are, just make sure you're with a brokerage that's going to be able to give you very good support, so that you don't try to go out there and just wing it by yourself, because you will come across a lot of questions and a lot of concerns and things that you just probably never even thought of until it happens, and then you need to be able to reach out to somebody to get help. So either way works, just depends on what you think is going to be best for you to get started. Thanks so much for joining us today. Please be sure to comment below with any questions you might have, or if you'd like to reach out to me personally, you can call me at 317-201-2601. I'll be glad to talk to you. Be sure to like below also if you like the information and tips we are giving, and subscribe so you can be updated as we continue to do our videos in the future.